Hello everyone, I hope you all are good. Welcome to my C Programming Tutorial series. My name is Simran and I will be your instructor who is going to teach you C language from the basic to advanced level. So coming to the topics which we will discuss today are machine language or low level language, assembly language and high level language. We will see what are these languages and what are their advantages and disadvantages. So before coming to that, first of all let me recall you like what we have learned about in the previous class. So we have seen about like what is programming, what is a program, like it is the instructions which are given to the computer. Okay, and then we see the types of programming languages, like for example high level languages are what are low level languages, scripting language and markup language. Okay, then we have seen about what is C language and what are its features, like for example it is procedural and portable, what is the history of C language, and then we have seen the hello world program where we printed the output of a hello world. Okay, so now we will come to our topics. So first of all, what is machine language or low level language? Machine language, from the word it is clear like the language which is machine oriented. Machine oriented means to say it is more closer to the hardware system. Like I just want to show you the hierarchy, like how it happens. Like you can see here, first of all the hardware system came, okay, and then the machine language and then the high level language. Okay, you can see at first the hardware system is what, our computer. Okay, and then the machine language came. In machine language, how the code is going to be written in the form of zeros and ones. Okay, in the form of zeros and ones. And what are high level language? The language which is going to be right, which is C language, is a high level language. This is an example. Okay, so here you can see what are the advantages of machine language. You have seen that zeros and ones. Okay, computer understand which language it understand zeros and ones. Here you can see it understands zero and ones. If we want that computer must perform our given task, then how it is going to understand? It understand only zeros and ones, but the humans are not aware about like how to write the code in zeros and ones, because each and every machine, okay, each and every computer family has different computer architecture. But to understand all the specifications of the different types of machines, it is very difficult for the human. Okay, so what is there, like if the code is to be written in 0 and 1, it is going to be very difficult and the human has to understand about the computer architecture of a particular machine. Okay, like which zeros and ones are used to written, okay, for the particular code in the particular machine. Okay, and this code is also not portable. Not portable means to say, if we are writing that particular code, like we are writing zeros and ones in this form. Here you can see I have written 0101 and in this way. Like for example, if we want to print hello world in by using the with the help of machine, okay, with the help of machine code like hello world in this way, then how we will write it in the machine code? We can write it like 010101 for this 011101. Okay, like hello in these zeros and ones. Okay, and the world in these zeros and ones. This is not the exact value, I am just giving you an example. Okay, in you have to understand like for which machine, for hello world you have to write 0 and 1 in which way, because they all are having different codes. Okay, so it will be very difficult. So the disadvantage is that this is not portable, means to say different machine has different type of code. Okay, and this is not human understandable. Okay, you, if the code is very small then you can write it, but if the code is very long, means thousand and thousand lines of code are there. Okay, then how you'll be able to write the machine code for that particular code? Okay, so this is not human understandable. And other thing is also that the advantage which the machine language is having is that there is no need to the conversion of a language into computer understandable language, because in the previous video I told you about that there is a compiler who is going to convert the high level language into low level language. Means to say what, like the human understandable language into computer understandable language. But here we are going to write the language which is already understandable by computer, which is machine language, or we can say the low level language. And there is no time going to be consumed for the conversion of the high level language into low level language, because already we are writing the code into low level language. So the execution of the program will be, what execution of program will be fast. Fast execution of code. Okay, so the execution will be fast. This is the advantage. Now we will come to assembly language. What is an assembly language? Okay, so here the thing is that it is human understandable. How it is going to human understandable? Because here we are going to use some of mnemonics. Like here I have written use of mnemonics. Okay, how the use of mnemonics? If we want to do the operation of addition or subtraction, then what we will do? We will write add 2 3. Okay, if we want to do the subtraction, then we will write sub 5 and 2. Okay, in this way we will write the code add 3. Put it up. Okay, in this way these two. If for subtraction, then we have to write this code, and for addition we have to write this code. Okay, now you will see that this is the code which is going to be little bit understandable by human, so that's why we have written there human understandable. But the thing is that the assembly language are also very less, and they are also computer architecture dependent. Okay, to understand the assembly language of a particular computer, this is also the thing in assembly language. Okay, so it is also very difficult to understand, and therefore these are called as machine dependent. Use of mnemonics is also there, is present in the assembly language, and these are human understandable. So the other thing is that in the machine language we have learned that has fast execution of code. But in this case, what is going to happen? Like we are writing the code into assembly language. Assembly language has to be converted into what? It has to be converted into machine language. Then the computer's processor is going to understand which task it has to perform and give the output. Then the task has to be done by the processor. Okay, then the task has to be done by the processor. So the execution will be little bit slower than the machine. Execution is slower. Okay, so now we will understand about high level language. So why high level languages came? So now you understand that the code which we have written in the machine language, you can see the code which we have written in machine language is zeros and ones. Okay, and the code which we are writing in assembly language, the code which we are writing in assembly language is sub 5 and 2 at 2344. Okay, these codes are not portable, and also their execution is different. But we want that the execution will also be faster, and the portability of the code will be there. So for this purpose the high level languages came. So what are high level languages? Like here you can see the language which we are going to learn about is C language, and this is the high level language in which we are going to write the code now, with the help of which the computer is going to understand like which tasks it has to perform, whether it has to do the subtraction addition of two numbers, or whether it has to print some string number which is hello world. Okay, so now we will understand about what is high level language, its advantages and disadvantages. So now you can see high level language. Here I have written the high level language. It is little bit or not little bit but more understandable as compared to the machine language and assembly language. You can see you are understanding like this is the main function from which the main part of the program is present, and through which the computer is going to understand like which task is important and which task it has to perform. Okay, like it has to perform hello world there. If we want that to print the addition of two numbers or subtraction of two numbers, we also can do. But these are the operations which we will do in the further classes. This is the class we are going to understand about the high level language and low level languages. Okay. So you can see the high level language is human understandable. Here you have understand about, you are understanding all the things, that where which thing is present. This is the library, this is the main function, here it is going to be start, here it is going to be end. This is the thing which it has to print, and with the help of printf function we are asking the computer to print the hello in the output. Okay, so these are the languages: Perl, Python, C, and C++, which are the example of high level languages. So what is it advantage? Advantage is that the code which we are writing on our machine, for example, this is the code. The other machine which is having different computer architecture, it will also going to be able for running that code in that machine also. Okay, the code will be portable in that case, in the case of high level languages. Okay, so I think I have covered all the things. Let me again tell you from the starting. Like we have learned about what are machine languages. Machine language example is that, like, zero ones and ones. Okay, for the addition subtraction operation also we are going to use zeros and ones. Like like this way, if we have to perform 2 plus 5, okay, then what we will write? We will write for op, we have to write the op code. Okay, like first of all we will write about what is the operation which is going to perform. We are going to perform the addition operation. Okay, then there will be some zeros and ones for 0 for the plus operator. Okay, 0 1 0 1, and then there come the two operands, like 2 2 and 5 are the operands on which the plus operation is has to be performed. So for 2 we are writing, look at these zeros, and this is for the file. Like in this way we have to write the code in the machine language or low level language. Okay, if in these languages we have to write the operations. Okay, this new thing was that, and we have learned about advantages and disadvantages. Like it is machine oriented, we have to learn about the specification of a computer architecture of a particular machine. Only then we will able to write the machine code. Okay, this is not portable. The code which we are writing on our machine, it will not going to be portable. Okay, it is not going to run on the machine of different computer architecture. Okay, its execution will be fast because there is no conversion of machine language, okay, from any other language. And there comes the assembly language. In assembly language we have used some mnemonics like sub and add, okay, which are going to make us understand like which operation which we are going to perform. Like we are doing the addition of two numbers, we are going to do the subtraction of two numbers. Okay, it is also machine dependent like the machine language. Okay, and it is human understandable because we are using sub and add for the operations. Okay, they are a little bit understandable by human. Execution is slower because there is some conversion of assembly language into the machine language, and then the output is going to be given. And then we learned about high level languages which are human understandable, they are portable. Okay, they are portable, they are human understandable, and these are the examples of high level language. Okay, so that's all for guys today.